meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. Lord knows I despise every devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil and said, I pray you die, every devil.
Clap it up. Shalom, Yahweh Shem, Shabrak, thumb to my brothers, Yahweh Shemal, Lathan, by Shem, Yahweh Shad, my sisters. Man, you already know what time it is, man. It's Friday, you understand? And this is the Lashawan Qadash class, man. We're the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we teach the Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Israelites of the Bible, man. And in every, ordinary fashion, what we do is on a Friday night, we go into the language. And we bring out, things that pertain to how we speak, the dialect of how we talk to people, you understand? How we, communicate, even not with just us, but even the heavens, you understand? How we, talk to our Heavenly Father, how we talk to, Yahweh Shah and the angels, you understand? So again, like I said, man, you just tuning in. If you could, give me a 1 in the chat so I know that you can hear me, man. You understand? We're going to go ahead and rock this thing out, man. We got some things to bring out tonight, Lord willing, old and new, like the scriptures say, man. You understand? So we going to, like we always do, like to start off with some scriptures. I was watching also one stack of 1,000. I was Lashawan, man, and man, that brother is very intelligent when it comes to this Hebrew, man. You understand? So if you could, can you give me a book of 2 Corinthians 11 and 22? And if you're new, if you're just tuning in again, man, if you have any questions or anything throughout the course of the class or the course of the night, feel free to ask. If I don't have the answer right then and there, understand, then Lord willing, next week we'll come back with that answer. Yes, sir. So,
He's the lead.
right. I'm ready when that's
2 Corinthians. Second Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 22. You said 22 or 2?
Come, 22, you right,
sir. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 22. Are they Hebrews?
So this is Paul speaking, if we don't understand who is speaking here. You understand? And I thought this is a wild thing to bring out because, you understand, it's always the Christian church, that say that Paul was a Roman and, he wasn't an Israelite.
That's right.
He wasn't Roman. You're right about that, but his nationality was a Benjamite. You understand? He was from the tribe of Benjamite or Benjamin, but Yemen in Hebrew. You understand?
Right.
Which is Jamaican today. You understand? Like I thought it was funny. He was like, he would have been the true island boy, not those weirdos that be singing the songs. You know what I'm saying?
That's
he
right.
said, "Are they Hebrews?" You understand? So he's asking a question. So Paul wrote a letter to the Corinthians or the Israelites, like the Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians that were scattered in Corinth. He said, "Are they Israelites? Are they Hebrews?" Keep going, sir.
So am I.
So am I. So Paul asked a question, and he said, "Are they Hebrews?" So am I. If Paul was not a Hebrew or Israelite, you understand, he wouldn't even be asking this question. He's proving a point here. And it's like the things that they said were done before time were done for our learning. You understand? So Paul is letting you know, are they Hebrews? Yeah, they're Hebrews. So am I. You understand? So Paul is cutting every, disbelief when it comes to saying that he's not an Israelite. You understand? He's showing you that he is. He says, so am I. Keep going, son.
That's right. Are they Israelites?
Are they Israelites? Lots of Hispanics and Native Indians. Keep going.
So am I.
Yeah, no, keep going.
are they the seed of Abraham? So am I.
Right. Paul, Paul ran that thing all the way down. You understand? Because we know when we say the Most High is the God of our forefathers or our fathers, which are Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Paul went all the way back to his great granddaddy. You understand? Which was Abraham. And he said, "Are they the seed, meaning the sperm of Abraham?" You understand? Meaning the coming from Abraham's loins. You understand? So, like he said, so am I. You understand? So Paul letting you know, brother. That's why he said, I beseech thee, brethren, because he's begging of his brothers and his sisters. You understand? Paul knew that he was an Israelite, man. But the thing is, blasphemous and minutes we don't know. We don't not consider. You understand? Give me the book of Romans chapter 16, verse 16, brother. I thought that was a wild thing to bring out, man. Because again, man, it's like I brought out, on my TikTok, man, we always rocking an Ankh or rocking a dashiki, or we talking about some Wakanda forever. Yeah, this crazy mess that has nothing to do with us or who we are as a people. That is not our identity. You understand? Like I said, my brother brought out something that was so to wild in class. You understand? He was like, it's funny how all of us blacks, we wear. It's mainly the blacks. I don't really see I.S.U.P.K or Nepali and none of them wearing no doggone Ankh. It's mainly Judites. You understand? And they was like, he was like, why is it that we rock an Ankh, but you don't see no Africans working on Ankh? You don't never see them putting on the Ankh on their neck. And if I'm not mistaken, now Ankh is a doggone a rod, and the sisters, you know what I'm talking about. You understand? And then the middle is supposed to be the kids. I mean, like, you think about how crazy that sounds. You're rocking a brother's rod on your neck. Good night. I mean, but then you're supposed to be so masculine. I mean, good night, man. Let's get to the scripture. So
Romans chapter 16, verse 16.
Come on.
Salute one another with the holy kiss.
Start right there. Before anybody think, because this is Paul again. He's writing to the ones, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, or Israelites scattered in Rome. You understand? He says, salute thee with a holy kiss. Now stop right there. We ain't talking about just go up to no brother and kiss him. We don't do that here. You understand? We do not, what's the word I'm looking for? We do not stand by homosexuality. You understand? We are definitely against it, just like the Bible is against it. The Most High is against it. You understand? We have laws that shows that we're not supposed to do that. You understand? But a holy kiss, what you see when you see brothers come to each other and they salute each other, you understand? They say, and I thought that was so wild because it goes into with the holy kiss also, which is holy meaning separate, and that kiss is not really a kiss, it's a salute. Because the first thing Paul said was salute him. So when you salute him, you did your fist, boom, 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 and you do, you have YAHANNA. You understand? So I thought that was so wild to bring up because again, that's going into the language of what we're speaking into, what we're saying to our brother. So now when we see our brother, man, we saying, the Most High watch over you. You understand? So, we're saluting him. You know what I'm saying? Which is the Most High bless you, not watch over you. Keep going, sir.
The churches of Christ salute you.
Now, stop again. Because you don't think that we're going to Christianity. Now, this ain't no church. We're in what we call a school. And that's what it means when you break that word down. Church is talking about the school. So like he says, we salute you. So when you see us on the TV or on YouTube or, Twitter, whatever you have, you understand we're saluting everybody we see, even as mainly our people or only our people. And that's why you see, brothers, when we first get up here, we say shalom. YAHANNA to my brothers, YAHANNA my sisters. That's the school saluting you. Go ahead, sir.
Verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them.
Now I beseech you, brethren. I just told you earlier, Paul, when he's speaking to his brothers, his sisters. The word beseech means I beg of you. You understand? I'm really asking and inquiring of you to make sure that you listen to what I'm saying. He said, mark them that cause divisions amongst you. You understand? And like we say, that's the reason why we coined the saying that if you are not an I.S.U.P.K, Under Commander Jenny Hunter, you are not in the truth. You understand? Because Paul even telling us to do that. So now we telling you, we are all, you understand? We are the only one West. We stand alone. So when we say we, you know, and again, you're not in the truth, you're not in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? Or we tell you that we stand alone and we are not just like them. We are not them. That's what we're doing. You understand? Because they is causing division. Because a lot of these camps, they're not camps. A lot of these, you know, Christians or fake Israelite camps you see, they don't say that. They started off with One West, or someone high up in their ranks was learning with Commander Jenny Hanna, if not under Commander Jenny Hanna. You understand? But again, brothers want to be the man and don't know how to be a follower. Now they want to go against, you know, the grain and start their own group. You understand? But they teach. I just like if I make a sidebar, I've even seen where brothers say that we have a you know cross the line radio. If you don't know about it, it's Captain Cesario and Captain Castazar on Thursday night at 10 o'clock. Right? I've seen to where brothers in different fake Israelites call up to the school to get breakdowns. You understand? I even heard a brother say he recognized another brother's voice and he knew he was from another camp or slash another fake Israelite camp. And he was getting a breakdown. Why not just come to the source of the water instead of getting it in, you know, bottled up in water bottles? You understand? You can drink it straight from the faucet. You understand? Y'all know how we used to do back in the day. You know, it's a lot. But I said all that to say this, man. The things, like I say, you'll know, the scripture say you'll know them by their fruits, meaning their works. You understand? The fruits that Commander Jimmy Yohana has produced, man. I mean, good night. You seen it at the Passover, man. It was glorious. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Hebrew,
right.
Hebrew Academy graduates, you know what I'm saying? 2022, of course, we see them. But not only us, but the ones before us. You understand? Because we learned from those ones that also graduated before us. So we got to give credit to them too as well. You understand? And again, Commander Jimmy Hunter held that him down so that we wouldn't be out here smoking weed. You understand? We wouldn't be out here in the Christian church, the Catholic, you know, church, the Muslim mosque. You understand? Man, it's so glorious, man. Good night, man. Hey, I wish I could go back tomorrow. It was a glorious day, man. Last scripture, man. If I may, give me the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7, Bible. Amos 3 and 7.
Book of Amos, chapter 3, and verse 7. Surely the Most High Power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
That might as well have I.S.U.P.K right beside that.
That's right.
Because I say that to say this, you understand? The Most High is revealing his secrets to the prophets.
That's right.
He says, surely he will do nothing, but he will reveal his secret to the prophets. The prophets is the ones you see before you when the I.S.U.P.K and Commander General Yohana.
Right.
We have the 100% truth. And you know what? I've even heard, I think it was Officer Kowal that said this too. You should worry about these fake Israelites that say that nobody has the truth. And they're talking about themselves as well. So really, you sitting around here believing in something, not full-fledged or going hard. I can't have a leader that just don't, you know, don't have that confidence or that, you understand, that just like, I know this is where it's at. You understand? I can't be a follower of that guy because now his doubt is going to make me doubt him as a leader. You understand? So again, that's why we say that I.S.U.P.K and Commander now, we have the 100%, I say 110% truth. You understand?
Right.
Because we labor in these scriptures day in and day out. We have brothers that are very intelligent in every aspect of life. You understand? When it comes in the world and in this truth. You understand? Brothers is going into the Hebrew. Brothers is going into, you know, farming and things like that, man. Brothers is going into these scriptures and breaking them down. You understand? We even have it where we have access to precept books if a brother needs to build up his precept. You understand? If I'm not mistaken, that's Captain Qadash that's selling them. I gotta hit him up too, you know, Lord willing soon. But I say all that to say, you understand, these things that you see, the Most High will reveal that to us. You understand? Because we came into this school as babes and we shut our mouth and we understood and knew that, okay, I know it from nothing. But now I'm gonna get brainwashed, watch this Christianity off my mind, and learn the truth, what it really is. You understand?
That's right.
And that's the Most High revealing His secret to the prophet, because the world don't know nothing about this. You understand? I even Salaki sidebar if I may. At the slave one day, you understand? It was this, she devil. She had a Tanakh.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh man. I said, wow. I seen the book and I'm like, well, good night. And she's like, oh, you know that? And I started reading a little bit out of it and it blew her mind. Because I'm a Negro reading out of this book. You understand? She's like, what do you know about that? And then she see the shield and she's like, oh, well, you have the Star of David. No, it's not the star. It's a shield. You understand? But again, long story short, I say all that to say, whenever she saw that I was reading that, you understand? She was like, well, dang, she even gave me the book. Most High in Christ of that. You understand? But I say all that to say, those secrets that were once not revealed, they've been revealed to the priests and prophets of the Lord under command of YAHANNA and the I.S.U.P.K. That's how we're able to go into these scriptures and break them down. That's how we're able to write and read Hebrew. You understand? Those are secrets that we've never known before we came into the school, man. So another, about that, again, man, the word for tuning in. Shalom, Shalom, Father, shout out to Sister Yakara. But I want to bring this out real quick too. If y'all can see it, well, you can. You understand? But Lashawan, right? We started off. Lashawan, we know whenever you put a Y in the middle, makes the word a process, right? So the word Lashawan is tongue, right? So with that, with like just understand when we say Lashawan Qadash, because we know Qadash means holy. You understand? Or set apart, separate. You understand? It's ours. Just put it like that. You understand? The Most High said we are that holy nation. But when you put Y in the middle of something, so now you got Lashan, which is tongue. So now you have La. Lashawan. So now, right, you got Lashawan Qadash. You understand? So now putting that Y in the middle of that word makes it you're using. So now we're using the holy tongue. You understand? Which is tongue also goes into language. So when you see, like Paul was saying, though I speak the tongues of men and the tongues of angels, he's not saying I'm in a Christian church talking about some driving in a Honda. You understand? He said that I speak the tongues of men, meaning I speak English. I speak, Spanish. I speak Yiddish. I'm not saying Paul spoke Yiddish, but I'm just giving you an example of the tongue or the languages of men. You understand? He spoke French. You understand? But then he said, and the tongues of the angels, which is the Hebrew, the Lashawan Qadash, that set apart type of tongue. And like I said, even when I was talking to that she said something in her language, and I looked at her like, what in the world? And then I said, I didn't bless her, but I said a couple of things in Hebrew myself, and she looked at me like, yeah, there's a language barrier there because you speaking that watered down mess. We speaking the truth stuff. You understand? The truth, man. You
Right.
understand? Most High in Christ. We'll get into this alphabet, man, and these pictographs and show, about this. So, right, man, I thought this is another thing, man, real quick, right? Arbitrary. Arbitrary. choice or personal whim rather than any reason or system. The English language, English writing, and sentences are all arbitrary, right? Because again, you got what A, B, C, right? Now, if I asked anybody, why is A formed the way it's formed, or why is B formed the way it's formed, why is C formed the way it's formed, you can't tell me. You understand? But now, if I write this, you understand? Now I know why it's formed because when we did before, it was something like that. Now I ain't no perfect drawer now, so bear with me. But oh God, I can't show that. Hmm. So the I, right? It was a representation of either a cow or a bull. You understand? And that also showed strength. You understand? So, um, like I saw Captain's out when he brought it out. You understand? Like with the law was like that. So we know that's Allah. Not that Allah, that rock. You understand? We're talking about the power here. You understand? So with the staff, with the L, it kind of looked like that. You understand? So now you see this together is showing power, which is a representation of Allah here. But again, I can't go into the root of why this is made. You understand? That's why English or the language is arbitrary, which it says based on random choice or personal whim. You know how everybody say, you go out there on a whim. You understand? Like, you know what a whim means. It says rather than any reason or system. So ain't even no reason or system to English. It's just out there. That's why we say that English is a bastardized language. You understand? So again, you see when we have you know, our characteristics, it's backed up by something. You understand? Because like I said, the I here representing a cow or a bull. The L here is representing the staff. You understand? And we know, just for example, like Moses, he had the staff. You understand? Matter of fact, preaching prophets now, they have the staff. Brothers had their styles up here. You understand? That was a part of the priesthood. And that's a part of our culture. You understand? But again, English, I mean, good night. It's just there. But we know that's where it stirred from, and that leads me into my segue into with the Lashawan Qadash, the ancient, will show you how they got their letters from basically our letters. You understand? So let me try to write it like this. I'm moving too fast for y'all. Let me know, man. It's just like they can see that on online, or you can see that online. Which one? It's already hot. It's already hot. Is this one running up too? It's all yeah, I see. It's right, come. Come, you can tell, you can see it better now. It's just what I stand in front of, that grill. It's that call your son because it's Lashawan. No, come on, this and some of these, man, what you'll see again, the picture is a description of like what it is or what it looks like. You understand? Like I said with the basket, you know how baskets look, when they're woven or looking at the bottom of a basket. You understand? Like the hump on a camel. You understand? Showing how the tent looks like, you know, how it's made, which is to wild for the Ghetto brothers. You understand? It was on the tents. Um, and y'all like, showing you how the hand was formed when it was to the side. I mean, you just see how like we are visual people, man. You understand? It's like we not bland like Esau is, man. They ain't got no vision. And you can see the vision of Israel, man, especially again with that Passover. I mean, good night. Like the way that these brothers and sisters come up with the things that they do, man, in their cities, man. I mean, that's how you know we the salt of the earth, man. We backed by the Lord. And it's a lot of our men, I caught not don't think that I'm sitting here watching these fake Israelites and everything. But I did catch, one of them that it was on TikTok, and they had their Passover, man. Man, that Passover looked so bland, man, looked so boring. You understand? Then they sitting here with you understand, the fringes on the bottom of their t-shirt looking like. I thought it was so funny too. I was stopping why I said they look like his grandma's lamp. I don't know if y'all remember them old lamps back in the day, but the bottom of the lamp it had it basically had fridges on the bottom of it, man, and they look like that, like I don't want no brother going to war with me looking like that, man. I need a brother in the warlike apparel. You understand? But I mean, good night. Like you could tell a one Wester from a fake Israelite. You understand? We just walk different. We're more manly. You understand? Our sisters are more sisterly. You understand? Right? I mean, just we stand out, man. Get that down, man. Again, this is old to some people, new to some, man. You understand? One thing I've learned with, learning period, man, like you never can learn something too many times, man. You understand? Like for example, John 3:16, man. It seems like I've learned that from so many priests across the Lord in the I.S.U.P.K. And I continuously want to hear that breakdown, you understand? Because it's certain ways that you can go about it. Y'all know the saying, there's more than one way to skin a cat, you understand? So I may skin this cat different than how you skin the cat. But guess what? At the end of the day, that cat is skinned, you understand? That's the main objective of us. What we're doing is skinning the cat, you understand? Yeah, like I was saying, right? So with the English, like I said, it really don't have any type of formal background. Um, Matter of fact, before I get in that, let's look at the word pictograph. It says pictograph, a pictorial symbol here, you understand, for a word or phrase. Pictographs were used as the earliest known form of writing. I mean, good night. Like we know, this is going back into the ancient of times. You understand? This is the earliest known form of writing. That's what we were doing back in the day. You understand? Even during the time of Genesis. You understand? With Adam, man. Says examples having been discovered in Egypt and Mesopotamia from 3000 BC. You understand? And it says a pictorial representation of statistics on a chart and graph or computer screen. I should have made it Western, I was saying. An ancient or prehistoric drawing or painting on a rock wall. Good night. Now, I don't know if y'all know anything about the Los Lunas stones, right? But now, with that definition of what it just said, Pete, right? Because they say I.S.U.P.K don't have the 100% truth. You understand? But look at this, though. Hopefully this thing is that right. You know how I do. I have my hand on it.
No, I said, but you put it down.
There we go. I got my hand over now. Why does that do that? I mean, I guess. Come on. But y'all see that, though. Y'all see that? That's the line of mine right there. You understand? Look at that. The Alaka, or Allah, Lama Al. You understand? This is on the Los Lunas stones. You understand? Now let's go back to that definition real quick. Because again, man, y'all think we just be making stuff up. It says an ancient or prehistoric drawing or painting on a rock wall. I just showed you a rock wall. And that's the Los Lunas stone. If you don't believe me, go and look it up yourself. You understand? Los Lunas stones. You just seen these characters here. That's what pictographs are. You understand? It says one of the symbols belonging to pictorial graphic system, a diagram. Y'all get the picture. You understand? Pun intended. But like I said, going back to what I was saying about the English, you can't go and look up the history of why English was formed. Because one, English even came from them stirring from this our language here, which is what I'm about to show you now. I'm gonna let y'all still get the rest of that. But I'm gonna write these representations of where they get their letters from. You understand? Because like A, or Slaki A, here, when you see A, it already looks like a sideways A. So A or A, A will be a representation of A. All right. Ba, B, Ga, G. Because we know in the Hebrew language, there's 22 characters. Now in the alphabet, there's 26. And really, or if I'm not mistaken, I is the last letter that was added or something like that. Because if you look at the I, they basically, no, Salaki, not I, J, the letter J, which is how a lot of these fake Israelite camps or, these Christians love to say, or these people that, just hate the Bible, always say, well, the J wasn't even formed when it was, during this time. So what was y'all God name? We know that, dumb. That's why we call him YAHANNA. You understand? We know and we understand, but when we say Jesus, we're fishing out here. You understand? So we got to say something that's going to reveal to our people and let them understand and see, we're talking about Christ.
They go back to what you were saying, man, speaking of many tongues.
Comic, right. Most time Christ. That's right. So that's how you say that. Like you said, they're speaking of many tongues, man. You understand? So, even with that, it's like the language we speak, man, we know what we speak. Because I've heard some, before I ever came into the I.S.U.P.K, I used to hear, brothers come up against the I.S.U.P.K, and they'll be like, black. And then they're like, see, we're not black. But if I say, I'm talking to Judites or I'm talking to Judah, I'm talking about Yum, not Tali, they're going to look at me like, who in the world are you talking about? But if I say blasphemous and that divinity is now a brother walking past, oh man, he talking about me. And it might, like the scripture says, my sheep shall hear my voice. So now that sheep is starting to go to the shepherd and say, oh shoot, what do you need from me? You understand? Or, what can I learn from you? You understand? So that's the thing, like people don't understand, but they always want to use semantics when it comes to us to try to say, we don't know what we're talking about, or, we a hate group and, we all this. And if we such a hate group, why is it that Commander Junior Hunter has so many food drives? Why is it that Commander Junior Hunter has so many prison programs? You understand? This brother, if he hated our people, this brother has set all kind of things to where it'll help our people. If I'm not mistaken, they're getting a farm together if they don't already have it now as well. You understand? These are things that Commander Junior Hunter has put his foot forth to make sure that Israel is good, man. You understand? But on the outside looking in, you ain't gonna realize what's going on until you get up in here, man. You understand? That's why even with that, Commander Junior Hunter told all camps to come together. You understand? And it's not like we say with the Passover. Well, we say there's only one Passover, and that's the I.S.U.P.K and Commander Junior Hunter. You understand? But with that said, we still extend a welcome to other camps or other fake Israelites, even Christians, as long as they're blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, of course. We ain't playing it with that heathen. We ain't about to have no Dylan Storm Rooster. Well, I ain't gonna say it again, we ain't about to have it in the I.S.U.P.K. You will get searched at the door. Please believe me. So, like I said, the I with the A, Ba with the B, Ga with the G, Da with the D, called Ha, H, the Y. Um, not mistaken, they said that wasn't really going into anything else different. Um, then the Za, Salaki. It said the Za with the Y. So the Za, which is just going into Salaki. That is not the Za. I did have it right. I'm looking at the wrong letter. The Za, yeah, the Za was the Z. That's the difference. Now the Ka is the H. You know, which is you. If you look at, but if you look at the Ka, if I was to erase the two, the top and the bottom, it looks like an H. You understand? That's how you know Esau is so simple because he took what we had or what we've already created and try to make his own language out of it. But they say we ain't nothing. We the salt of the earth, man. You understand? And it's proof. The proof is in the pudding. You understand? So then you got Ta. You understand for the Ta Tana. Looks like a Tana Ah with the basket. You got Ya, which is that's where the Y is going into here. Um, La is the L, which is really it looks just like an L. Yeah, it looks like an L there. And of course, the La Lamad learn, which is two from, if I'm not mistaken, Officer Hazahan. He was saying that I did say it right. Hazahan or Hazahan. I always get their name mixed up with the general. It's General Hazayan, and then Officer Hazahan. Oh, Salaki, sir. If you listen to Salaki, sir, I'm about to get this right now. Salaki. I always do that though. Hazahab. Hey, Salaki, shout out to him too with that garment he had on. He the first brother I seen with the feet out. You understand? That jump with your wild. That brother different. You know what I'm saying? But that different is definitely glorious. Because again, Israel is different, man. But Officer Hazahab, Salaki, yes, sir, if you listening. I ain't want to get nothing wrong. But he was basically going into talking about how La Lamar to learn is like how they would, how the old heads they would walk around with that cane, and if you ain't acting right, they have to hit you with it sometimes. You understand? And tell youngsters, look, you need to listen. You understand? So that was really how he was going to describing that. But again, the La is the L, the Ma is the M, Mayum, water. The Na is the N, the Sa is the S. Let me write that down. I'm gonna write this and write the rest of the characters up there, and then we're gonna get into some prepositions and propositions and how to plug them and identify them when you see them. One thing I've learned with learning this Hebrew and teaching it, man, is like more things and more words now. When you hear them, it's like, oh, no sweat. I know that now. You understand? And again, from watching Officer, I always got to give Officer Lashawan credit, man, because I said, man, that brother really, the Lashawan really helped me, man, when it came to this Hebrew, man, because, I heard one day, so like one day when I was, as a trooper, I was beside Officer Abraham, and I think it was Officer Lahab beside me on my right. And we was at one of the feast days, you understand, or hot holidays. I get them mixed up sometimes. And we was reading Leviticus 23rd chapter, right? So they asked me, like, you know how to read this up? I was like, sir, yeah, know too much about this. And also, Abraham made an announcement. He said, look, he said, if you're going to be a priest and prophet in there, you need to learn this Hebrew. You need, and he wasn't talking to just me, he was talking to everybody. You understand? The ones that don't know. You understand? Because, I mean, it's very important that we learn it because it's our language. It's a part of our culture. You understand? So he's like, man, you know, you get caught up to the, the Sabbath service and stuff like that, or, reading up here, man, you need to know these things. So when we do call you, you can show up and show out. You understand? And I took that to the heart. Like, I didn't take it personal, but I like, you know what? All right, no sweat. So I called off Lashawan one day, man, and I went hard on Leviticus 23rd chapter, man. I called off Lashawan, and we talked about an hour, man. And I was just trying to make sure I got this and that right, the whereabouts and all that, man. And the beautiful thing is, while I'm reading the Lashawan Qadash, my bond or my son, he was sitting there watching TV, but subconsciously I was saying, by God, he was saying and repeating behind me, man. I thought that was something so wild, because it's like he's copying Pops, but he's copying Pops in a righteous way, learning and holy language. You understand? Like, that's too wild, man. So a little side story, It's a lot. So all right, hopefully y'all got that. And we're gonna go ahead and go get the rest of the pictographs. Yeah, and I thought that was too wild, man. And it's like, even sometimes now, if I'm at the slave, I ain't doing nothing, or I'm just chilling at the crib, man. I go into the Blue Letter Bible and just start reading in the Hebrew. You understand? Because I don't know, even when I was, that old man that I was in the world, I was always intrigued on learning a new language. I used to want to speak that French. I'm not that French, that Spanish, and I ain't gonna lie. You understand? Shout out to my Israelite brothers and sisters. You understand? But I don't know, it's just something about it. I think don't they call that the romance language, one of the romance languages I want? Oh, that's French. Oh, okay. Come. Okay. Yeah, man. The way I felt, sister talked to me, she tried to romance me, and she talking to me in Spanish. Shit. So like, I know that's right. For real. Right. Uli va. Bonjour. Oh, sorry, great. But and see, with the spirit behind that, we knew this English was some BS, man. You understand? We knew, like, man, what in the world is this they teaching us in school, man? Because, like I said, we knew it wasn't about nothing. And, right. I be saying it sometimes now. I be trying to say some words out. Man, English is hard, man. Like, but again, we know English is a bastardized language, so English is a mixture of different languages. Right, man, for real. I've done that so many times. I'll write something. No, I spelled it right, but it don't even look right when you write, looking at it. But then that goes into showing you that English is arbitrary, just like what we brought out earlier, man.
All I say is, I know for a fact when I was learning the English alphabet, now little silent. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
That's all.
For real. But then, like I said, when you see knife, you thought, so what knife? What the world is this? Like, that don't even make no darn sense. The knife, the K is silent. Like, where they do that at? You ain't gonna never see no silent letters in the Hebrew, man. You're gonna pronounce it every syllable, everything you see on it. The knife, the K is silent. I don't mean what? Right, that's right. But we know Esau that for damn sure is. Esau is definitely the author confused. He's so confused, he called himself Russians and Italians, Europeans. Right. But they all the same people. How that work? I mean, good night. right, so the eye, um, or representation of the eye, and the eye, the example of the eye, let's see, with the O. So it's more so going into the pictograph, the how you get the O form. The Pa is the P. Um, so Da, that didn't have anything for that. Qua is the Q. Ra is the R. There was nothing for Shah, and then T also with the Tha. And then with the I, of course, we know I looks kind of like, oh, we go. I don't laugh at my I now. Uh, like that. You know what I'm saying? The I, the mouth is talking about like how their jawline is, how that curve in your jawline is with the paw and the mouth. Then the side is how a brother or a sister they lay on their side. You know what I'm saying? Qua, that's the like a trap. You know, I show that trap all the time. Ra'ash, good night. It's I ain't right now. And if you kind of like know how a head is formed, you know, forehead, something like that. I said I ain't the best jaw, but you get it. You got the Shah, Shan, T, Tha, Thal, which is Mark. We'll get to the body part next. And I'm gonna take some of the body parts and show you like how you can use with the Hebrew of the body parts, how you can use it in the possessives. So we'll kind of do a intertwine with those two. Oh, and with thought, like they say, treasures X marks the spot, man. So, yeah, man, everything we did, man, it has a meaning. It has a whole, you understand, a whole background to it. It's just like we got to start, as Black Hispanics and other Venice, man, we got to really embrace our culture, man. I mean, it's the greatest culture there is. So great that the richest people on this earth want to be it. You understand? We got these Ashkenazis and these, well, not Germans, but with the Ashkenazis and the ones that's the fake Jews. You understand? These Jewish people. Let's just say that they want to be us so bad, but they can't. You understand? The only reason why they have this America because of our disobedience. That's why they're doing what they're doing. Like the scripture said, the hand is given to the hand of the slacker. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. But even so, there's another scripture that said the Lord made the world for our sakes. When he was talking about that, he's talking about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And he said that we are the greatest people on earth. So for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You understand? So we are greater than everybody, even in our lowest state where we are living in today. Just look at Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? We know the basketball world who's killing in that. Soccer. You understand? Like, I mean, really any type of sports, but I'm not to hell with sports when it comes to this truth. I'm just giving you an example of how we flourish, or how kind of General Muhammad said, how we champion in everything. You understand? When it comes to boxing, you understand? I mean, many names we can name where our people has flourished and is the best in. You understand? When it comes to this music, you understand? But how about we finally be the best in being an Israelite? Let's try that for once. You understand? We the best in everything else, but trying to be who we are. We want to, like we think it's a bad thing when people say, talk about. I heard Officer Baha say, chicken is our culture. Fried chicken is something that we love. You understand? Rightfully so. Even the Most High said it's for a sweet savor. You understand? And we supposed to season that thing up. You feel me? Right. You understand? And we do that so swiftly. Every nation, I've had chicken from just about every nation out of the 12 tribes of Israel. And it's all Tawam. You hear me? It's all Tawam, man. You understand? So we like the scripture said, we are the salt of the earth. So we add this flavor to the earth. You think how bland and how flavorless America would be if we was not here. Right. I mean, look at the oppressor today. You understand? Like, I mean, good night. He wouldn't know nothing of what he know if it weren't for us, man. So you got to, that's why I say, man, we have got to embrace who we are as a people, Israel. Like, it's just like, when we finally start doing that and stepping into who we are, man, I mean, good night, man. Just imagine the things how the Most High will really bless us, man. You understand? Like, matter of fact, I'll leave you to a scripture real quick, right? It's Second Chronicles. Second Chronicles 7:14, right? I heard Commander J. YAHANNA bring this out, man. I thought this was so wild, man. Like, oh, we. This Second Chronicles 7:14. It says, if my people, which is a possessive pronoun, which is what we're about to go into. You understand? Most High Christ. But it says, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. You understand? Our land is being civilized, not civilized. I can't think of the word right now. I mean, where else a bunch of y'all we use? But our land is being, they're living in our land right now. I'll just say that for lack of a better word. The heathens and these oppressors are living in our land, calling their land, that land, theirs. You understand? But the Lord said, if we, come back to Him, follow Him, you understand, and call Him. We're called by His name, and He just said that. You understand? So much so you got Yahweh, which is Judah, which is the Most High thanks. You understand? We're called by His name because He the one that's named us. He the one that's called us His first beloved, His firstborn. Israel. You understand? I mean, good night, man. Like, what is it going to take for Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians to finally see we're the greatest goddamn people on this earth, and that we need to step into our culture, man? So, like, you know, it's like to see our people in such a frantic and such a zombie mode of like not knowing who they are, man. It just, like I said, it does something to me, man. It's like, so let's get into the body parts, and then with the body parts, we'll bring out the possessors. So, some of these, y'all, that you already see, we already learned previously today, because you got, you know, some of the things in the pictographs are what you see up here. Like head is Rash, you understand? Hand is Yod. Just like I, you know, with the letter I, Zion. Try to do all this on this side, so I can do my possessions on that side. And use the whole board. body parts. And you have them in the Syrian and in the ancient and the Assyrian. So you got head, which is Ra'ash, chest, which is Kazak, foot, which is Regal, hand, which is Yad, eye, which is Ayan, mouth, which is Pa, neck, which is Tadawa'ar, shoulder, which is Shakam, thigh, which is Yerah, arm, which is Darwad, belly, which is Batan. So on this side, I'll try to get that, and I'll put this on this side. Sure. A possessive in a Merriam-Webster dictionary says of relating to or constituting a word group or a grammatical case that denotes ownership or a relation analogy to ownership. Um, It says a suffix, it says an affix occurring at the end of a word, base, or phrase. Ah, we might know a little bit what we're talking about, right? Just a little bit. That's all right now, man. Mm. All right, start with Paul real quick. With the possessive, right? Shalom, Yahweh, Shem, Shabbat, what's going on with the water for joining us? So with the ka, right? Here, the if you notice, the ka in the Assyrian is normally wrote like this, but this is at the beginning of a word. When it's at the end of a word, it's written like this. right? So I say that to say to show you, because we're doing being that we're doing possessives, which is again a suffix, which is like I said, it's an affix that's at the end of a word. It's going to be this one, this character, and not the other one that I just showed you. Oh, right. All right, no. See, this is what I was talking about too, right here, right? With the con and the con, which is come is your or y'all, which is masculine. And the P means plural. So here you see the ka, of course, the ancient is just what it is. But then the ka, but the M, the ma on the ka, that is going to be a different character instead of, I don't even see a ma there. Instead of, no, ma, that is not it. Instead of the other, so normally, ma would be this way, but being that it's at the end of a word, so that's the ma. Beginning of a word, end of a word. And again, being that we're doing suffixes and possessives, that's why it's going to be like that. Same with the con here. All right. So with possession, right, you got Yah, which is my or me. And the reason why you got different two words beside them because it's different contextual what meaning, right? So Ka is your or you. Wa is his or he. Ha is her or she. Uh, let's see. Oh yeah. Um, then you got Nawa or Nawa, so like is our. Com is your, y'all, masculine. P or plural is for the P. Con is your or y'all, and that's feminine. Uh, we're just talking when it's plural. Hom is their or them. Um, Han is their or them, and Ham Again, that's the masculine, and Han is the feminine. The only time you use like feminine is when it's only females. Now, if it's males intertwined with female type of crowd, then you're always going to use the hum. Young is making something plural and it's masculine, and yan is making something plural and it's feminine, right? So there's a little bit of space I got here, right? You got let's say Ra'ash is head, right? So if I wanted to say my head, right? I would say Ra'ash, yeah, my head. Let's get it out of the letter. Just to, verify. So again, y'all don't think we just talking about So this is Genesis. Genesis 24 and 48. So in Genesis 24:48 says, and I bowed down my head and worshiped the Most High and blessed the Most High power of my master Abraham, which had led me in the right way to take my master's brother's daughter unto his son. So when you go to the Hebrew, it says, Wa'akwar, Wa'asha, Ka, Wa'asha Kawa, La Yahweh, Wa'a Barak, um, Yahweh, Alahaya, Adanya, Abraham, Ashar, Hanakaya, Ba Barak, Adam, Lakwa, Ka, A, Ba, Aka, what's like Akir, A, Adaranya, Lada, there we go. Book of Genesis, chapter 40, verse 16. When the chief baker saw that the interpretation was good, he said unto Joseph, I also was in my dream, and behold, I had three white baskets on my head. So in the Hebrew it says, Wayara'ah, Shar, Ha'ah, Payam, Kaya, Tawab, Pathar, Wayamar, Al, Yah, Yawasat, um, Anya, Bakalawa, Bakalawa Maya, Wahanna, Shalasha, Salaya, Salaya, Karaya, Al, Ra'ash, Ya. I know what we got up there. Show you what I'm talking about. So this is the interlinear. You see, Washiyah, which is going to my head. So again, showing you we're not just speaking of our own, man. We're not just making these things up, you understand? So let's try another word. Plug and play with this, right? Pause. Good night. Good night. All right, so let's see. So let's see if we said mm, we got that different. I got to ask Chat and Uster about that. I got one. So Shem, right? Or how we say Shem, which is name. Shem and Shem is name. So if I said Shemka, right? Shemka means your name. We should all know that Adonai was Bashamayim Qadash Haya Shemka. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. So that's saying your name, because thy is going into your. Because that's when you say, you know, the Lord thy power or the Lord thy God. Now you're saying, you know, thy is saying your. So let's see. Or how we say, let's see. What is it going to be? Clearly, you know, the way on that. All right, so in Numbers, the sixth chapter, I'll use one example before we get out of here. Numbers, the sixth chapter, because this is a blessing, we say Yabarakaha. Yabarakaha, you know, right? So six, and, oh yeah, which is the Yah in here is a preposition, um, but it means so when you hear it say Yabarak, meaning He bless you, because when you put the put Yah in front of a word, it means He, right? And we know Barak, again, you hear really say, Amad, Amad Shabbat, Amad, Barak, Yahweh Shem Shabbat, meaning bless. So it's saying, He blessed you. So again, that Yabarak, meaning, which is the prayer that we know, the anointing prayer. So the Yah saying He, Barak is blessed, the Ka is you, which is again the possessive here going into it. And now you know when you first hear it, Yabarak it out. Saying He bless you and He's naming the Most High. So, and if the way we speak and the way Hebrew is written right to love. So it's not going to say the Most High bless you. It's going to say bless you the Most High. Kind of in that sense. Because just like it says, we don't say like saying is. That's not really how we speak. We more so say like, so if I say like, what is your name? Ma is what, right? So if I put Ma, some ka, that is what is your name? Ma Shamka. Ma is what? Shamka is your name. So again, that's what I mean by like, we don't have the is in there. That's not how we speak. You understand? Most High in Christ, man. So we hope y'all got this thing down, man. We'll come back and review with possessors. Then we, keep going into the different words and put in different, phrases in the end of it. And then we'll incorporate the not possessors, but the prepositions. So that'll be at the beginning of the word. But you see how in Yabarak, which is a preposition and a proposition in one word. You understand? So you got Yabaraka, which is Yah is the preposition, which is meaning He. Barak is the root word of the whole sentence, meaning bless. And then Ka is you. So that's the subject or who it's talking about. You understand? Which is you. Most High in Christ. So with that, we're going to pass the class off to Officer Officer 500. Officer I.S.U.P.K, man.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, my Ishra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, get to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we had a Feast of First Fruits. You can check the calendar If anyone wants to come, if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, a madram, which means to stand. Gonna render one courteous salute to the teacher, Min Israel, Mount Shabbat, a madram, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
Yalam Tah, which means hands down. Class dismissed.